It's your boy Jimmy. Oh, oh, no, 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 no. Straight from y'all, street to Wall Street. Anybody tells you that money is the root of all evil doesn't have any. Whoa, no. Dude, wake up, get that girl hyped up just to get a little bit. The only woman in the morning wanna turn on his Becky quick, while the average man's looking at curves like she fine as heck. I'm over here looking at tails and wicks like buy or sell. I left the chaos for the market. Nah, I don't want a street spot, I want a stock pick. I know the style got flair, trigger my stop losses, but I ain't got time for distractions. My Vivo with PF's crossing, rich with hot trades from pushing hot keys, straight to G's and plans to make grand. Still in my tank top, Batman pajamas, house slides in about 5 hot picks of the day, cause I like the way the dial moves. For hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottom. Now I know some folks don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my Mac day? You see we're different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dogs, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, I grow at the market. Waking up with the future, stacking up some commas. I jump out of bed, make profit, eat my bacon and eggs, make profit, light up watching them candles, make profit, while I'm still in my sandals, making profit. They used to watch me move dance, roll style, now I watch moves in the Nasdaq, dancing. Used to run from the ATF and the cops, now I run down ETF and make profit. I jump out of bed, make profit, eat my bacon and eggs, make profit, light up watching them candles, while I'm still in my sandals, making profit. See me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. He said today I'm taking the risk, they got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call the short squeeze. You get the drop, she pulls the trigger and shuts it down. If she stays on my watch list, I might have to keep her, but I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Go ahead, be bold. Trader, get your squire head. I'll double top that guy, head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over, cause I see big moves in contracts. If I say I made 1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get calls, get split, get delisted and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, eat my bacon and eggs, light up watching them candles, while I'm still in my sandals. They used to watch me move them packs, bro, stop it. Now I watch moves in the Nasdaq, profits. Used to run from the ATF and the cops, now I run down ETFs. Hey, my plug that we don't trade. Right, what we do, man. Hey, Friday, Suge, Mike. What we doing, dog?
Make profit.
That TTG money gang. We making profit. We some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to a True Trading Group live stream. Hope you all are doing well. Hope everybody had a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. Hope you all had a wonderful time with friends and family. This is our last Sunday night live stream of 2025. I can't believe the year is already coming to a close. It's already coming to an end. And we finished it off on a bright note. New all-time highs on Friday. Friday was a funky day. Just a full trading day. The day after Christmas just felt weird. Was a very low volume day, but nonetheless, it was a new all-time high day. And the Santa Rally, the Santa Claus Rally had been unleashed. And if you guys caught my live stream last Sunday, I had said to you guys that I do believe that we're going to get a Santa Claus Rally, and Santa showed up last week. Santa showed up last week, sending us to fresh new all-time highs. And I think what people really are starting to ask me personally is, do we think that Santa Claus Rally continues? Because typically the Santa Claus Rally will take you into the first 2 trading days of January. And we still have 3 more trading days left of December. And then that would take us into the first 2 trading days of January. So we still have time. You still have a full week I still have a full week really of what is supposed to be the Santa Claus Rally, which is one of the, historically speaking, one of the strongest times of the year for the market. And then we're going to start to get into 2026. And I am, working on my 2026 market outlook report that gets published to all of our members at True Trading Group. I will share some of my thoughts with you guys here tonight. I'm not going to get into too many of the details, the individual stocks that I really like for next year, or the sectors that I really like, and what it is that I'm going to be buying for next year. But every year I put out a very long, thorough, in-depth, detailed report on exactly what I think the markets do next year. I tell people, what sectors I like to outperform, what stocks I like better than others, what stocks I'm selling that I currently own, what stocks I'm going to be buying that I either don't own or maybe I do own, but I want to increase the position on. And that report is going to be coming out to members within the next week. So trying to get that wrapped up and get that all wrapped up, put a bow on top for you guys for the holidays and get that out to TTG members as soon as possible. So I will go through some insights on that. We'll talk about what I think about the Santa Claus Rally, and how much further do I think this Santa Claus Rally could take us. You got some craziness going on, obviously, in precious metals, gold and silver. We're going to talk about that as well. So welcome to the final Sunday night live stream of 2025. Can't believe the year's already come to an end. My name is Michael Edward Paranati. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader at True Trading Group. I'm thrilled to have you guys here with me tonight. TTG exists literally to help you guys learn faster, trade smarter, and profit sooner. It's exactly what we're going to do on this live stream. We are very proud to be powered by our partners at the Nasdaq, Benzinga, OpenAI, TradingView, DataBento, and of course also Unusual Whales. True Trading Group is an award-winning fintech platform. We received the Benzinga FinTech Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. This is a platform that is built on education, backed by experience, strategies that are proven through success, and tools that actually think, and every single bit of it all built around you, the individual user. No matter what you trade, how much money you have, how much time you have or don't, TTG exists to help you guys make money. It's exactly what we're going to do here tonight. All right. Hope you guys are ready to roll your sleeves up and get down to business. We got a great stream in store. I'm going to give you guys some of my top trade ideas for the week. I've got my watch list that I went through and was able to kind of work through with our AI to build out a really nice watch list for me this week. I'm going to get into all that with you guys here this evening. If this is your first time hanging out on this True Trading Group's YouTube channel, do yourself a favor and make sure you hit that subscribe button and go ahead and subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and turn on your notifications. Make sure you never miss out on any of these live streams. We're dropping golden nuggets on a regular basis. I also want to make sure that you are watching this video live. Okay, you should see a red dot next to the word live on the bottom left. If you don't, that means you're delayed. So I want you to go ahead right now and check. You see a red dot? Perfect, you're good. If you don't, click the word live. That'll bring you right up to speed. All right. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking is, who the hell is this guy if you're new? And why should you care about anything it is that I have to say? And it's a fair question. And I don't think you should pay attention to what I discuss in this live stream because I claim to be the world's greatest trader. I don't claim to be. I'm a damn good one, but I don't claim to be the world's greatest. I think you should pay attention to what I talk about in these live streams because I've been doing this for 20 years and I didn't figure this out on my own. I didn't figure this out on YouTube videos or sitting in Discord chats. I began my trading career working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City, my first job right out of college. They had me go through a training program before they let me touch $1 of the fund's money. Then shortly after that, 2008 happened. That was the Great Recession, the big stock market crash. But that's also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, I'm the co-founder and the head trader of True Trading Group, and along with my team of 8 other professional full-time trading mods and over 30-person staff, we've helped thousands of members from all over the world reach their goals. True Trading Group is a community of traders over 10,000 strong from 115 different countries, truly a global community here at True Trading Group. We day trade, we swing trade, we cover long-term investing, we trade stocks, options, crypto, futures, you name it, we do it. There's something literally here at True Trading Group for everyone. Okay, so whether you are just starting out and you're looking to just get you're trying to get your feet wet, you want to start off on the right foot, or if you're an experienced trader and just kind of looking to take your trading to the next level, you guys are in the right place. You found the right place. Okay, so go ahead and smash that like button, show some love, turn on your notifications, make sure you're subscribed, and let's roll on through and get down to business here tonight. Before I get into my watch list and the stocks that I want to go over with you guys, my plan on what I'm going to be trading this week and how I plan on making money, I want to we'll talk a little bit about 2026 because I've gotten a lot of questions about it. And as I'm kind of, trying to finish up this market outlook report, we got a nice Santa Claus rally that kind of was ignited last week. Santa showed up a little bit early with 3 really nice, strong extension days in the markets last week. You guys can see, here on my charts, you had a nice big extension here. If you guys caught my live stream on the previous Sunday, on December 21st, that was the Sunday, I had said to you guys that we were actually long already. We were long in the futures, and we held on to that. We, had a nice swing trade there on futures. We held on to it overnight. We got a beautiful extension. You got a 75-point move on futures. Some members even held on to it a little bit longer than I did and caught like a 100-point move. So it was a really big trade to start off the week. And it all centered back around this level that I had pointed out to you guys last Sunday. So even if you're not a member of True Trading Group, you were just on the live stream last night or last week, you guys could have benefited from this and you guys hopefully could have made some money. I told you guys last week I was coming into the week bullish, was coming into the week saying, hey, we broke underneath the 50-day moving average, which is this dark blue line you guys see on my screen. And this is a nice previous level of structure around 675 on the SPY. You broke underneath it here on Wednesday, the 17th. Then you had the much better than expected CPI number, and that gapped us back above the 50-day and back above this structure at 675, 676. And then that level was reestablished as support. Okay. That level was reestablished as support on Thursday and Friday. We took that trade long on Friday and then held into the following week. And you got a really nice extension. I mentioned to you guys last Sunday that my target was for the SPY to get back up into the high 680s. We actually got past that. We actually got into the low 690s. We got as high as 691 and change. All right, we got as high as 691 and change. Your new all-time high on the SPY sits at 691.66. And as we are sitting here on this live stream, I'll do a quick check-in on futures. We're flat. We're down 0.04%. So all intents and purposes, we're basically just flat. Okay, so Santa showed up last week and we got a really nice extension here. 3 solid days in a row there, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, taking us into the Wednesday half day, the Thursday Christmas holiday, and then Friday was a very, very low volume day as a lot of people ended up taking Friday off the day after Christmas. Okay, and that sits us right back up here against this all-time high. Now, as we come into this week coming up, I still think that you have to look at 689 level in the SPY. I think you got to look at that to be support. 688, 689, that is where I'm targeting the support level for pullbacks to actually get even a little bit more of an extension. I still think that there's a little bit more left on that Santa Claus rally. So we're going to be looking back against this previous all-time high from October, this then previous all-time high from early December with the Fed meeting, and we broke through that on Wednesday. We pulled back in a bit. It became support there on Friday. I'm expecting this area to continue to be support pullbacks, these high 680s. I'm looking for that to be support. And then we're going to look for any type of a reset back there and then continue to make that new all-time high as we extend into the final trading days of December and then finish out the Santa Claus rally with a nice little kind of drift ourselves move back to the upside. So that's what I'm thinking about. I wouldn't be surprised if we pulled back here a little bit, back into 689, back into 688, but I will be looking to buy that pullback. I'm not looking to go short here on the new all-time high. I am looking still to be long against the high 680s and look for us to get a little bit more upside from there. That's my thoughts on the overall markets coming into this week. Now, we have the markets are closed on Thursday. Okay, so New Year's Eve is Wednesday, the 31st. Markets are closed on Thursday. Okay, and so it's going to be almost, identical type of a trading week that we had during last week, which was Christmas, but this time Wednesday is a full day, and last week with Christmas Eve, that Wednesday was a half day. All right, so we do have a full day there on that Wednesday, so it won't be as low volume of a day as you had on that Christmas Eve day because it was only a half day. I still would expect a low volume day on Wednesday, but I think you have the opportunity sometimes when you get low volume or low liquidity weeks that kind of center around holidays, like on Thanksgiving, Christmas, sometimes like a Memorial Day weekend or a July 4th, if the market has direction, when you have a drop off in liquidity and in trading volume, a lot of times the market just continues to float or drift in that direction. And I am looking for that to continue as we get into this week. All right. So futures right now are red. We're down 0.05, 0.06% now as I'm here with you guys. So we're just kind of still sitting above Friday's lows. Friday's lows on futures were just under the 69.70. We're 69.75, 69.76 right now. All right, so that's what we're going to be looking for as we get into this week. I will give you my trade ideas, individual stocks that I'm going to be looking at. I just went over with you the overall markets, but let's talk about 2026 a little bit. Okay, we actually did a poll on social media, and it was, do you think the markets are going to crash in 2026? And we had over 1,000 people that came in and shared their thoughts and voted. And it was pretty much 50-50 for the majority of the poll. I have to see where the poll closed out at, but I think crash, won by a really, really, really thin margin, but it was basically 50-50 for the majority of the poll run. I'd have to see where it actually finished out at. But I was actually a little surprised to see that. I was surprised to see just exactly how split people on social media are about what's going to happen in the markets next year. And what I think people have to start really focusing on and thinking about is there's a lot of people that every single year they say to themselves, I think the markets might crash next year. And because they say, I think the markets might crash next year, they keep themselves out of the market because they don't think it's a good time to be involved. Because they think that stocks are too high and stocks are going to go down and they don't want to lose money. So they sit on the sidelines. They keep themselves out of the game. That's one excuse that I hear from a lot of people. Another excuse I hear from people is that I don't have time. Another excuse I hear from people is that I'm too busy, right? I have to work. I no longer work from home. I have too many responsibilities. Another excuse I hear from people is I don't have enough money. Oh, I can't day trade. Oh, I've lost money in the markets before. These are all just a laundry list of excuses. It's all that they are. It's excuses. Oh, but I don't really necessarily know what I'm doing. Guys, I got to tell you, as we come into the end of the year and now people are starting to talk about, are the markets going to crash next year? Is the AI bubble going to pop? Is the AI bubble going to burst? You know, what's going on with gold and silver? Is that a red flag? What about this? What about this? What about inflation? What about tariffs? What about this? What about a recession? What about the job market? What about AI? There's always a laundry list of reasons why something bad might happen in the markets. It's every single year. Every single year, there is always what if this, what if that. Every year. And if you let all of the what if this and the what if that's keep you away from the markets, then my friends, you are never, ever going to actually get involved. If you are, I mean, honestly, the funniest thing about it all is if you are waiting for the moment where you feel everybody thinks everything's going to be perfectly fine next year, and it's just rainbows and unicorns, and it's just, you know, the sun and the sun is shining and the birds are chirping. There's nothing to worry about. If that's what you're waiting for, and that's when you're going to get involved, that's most likely the market's top. That's the most ironic part about all of this. That if you're waiting for things to be perfect, that's when you probably should be worried. Okay? That's the irony about this. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. The markets are not going to be perfect. There's never going to never ever be a negative catalyst or a headwind that could potentially slow things down. It could potentially make the markets pull back next year. There's never going to be a moment in your own personal life where you feel like you have just the perfect right amount of time, you've got just the perfect right amount of money, and you've got just the perfect amount of motivation to get involved and start to take this seriously. There's never going to be a moment when that happens. You're kidding yourself if you keep telling yourself, oh, when I have more time, I'll get more involved. This is right now. I don't know if you guys knew this or not. Right now, as I'm talking to you right now, is the all-time record high for retail trader involvement in the stock market. Did you guys know that? Did you know that right now has the highest number of retail trader and investor participants in the stock market, whether it be equities, whether it be futures, whether it be options, record high participation. Retail traders now make up the largest percentage of overall volume that they ever have in history. The amount of individual retail traders that participate and transact in the markets each and every single day is at an all-time record high. I have been doing this for a very long time. I'm doing this now like 20 years. And I personally myself have never seen this many retail traders having success in the markets. Usually the thing is that they call retail traders, the age-old saying on Wall Street, the big joke was that professionals, the hedge fund community, they call retail traders dumb money and they call themselves smart money. Okay. That's been the age-old saying from decades ago. But as you're starting to look at the markets over the last couple of years, you're seeing retail traders as a whole outperform and get right and get markets correct more than even some of the hedge fund community. Case in point was what happened back in April. What happened back in April when the markets crashed, the retail community was very aggressively buying that sell-off. The hedge fund community was very aggressively hedging or selling that sell-off, and they did not participate to the upside as much as the retail trader community did. Thanks to TTG, I'm spending the holidays with my dad in the Caribbean. Trading gives you the freedom to live your best life. I love my TTG family. Dawn, that is amazing. Dawn, that is absolutely incredible. I love to hear that. Congratulations. I hope you have a wonderful time with your father in the Caribbean for the holidays. That's what this is all about, man. Those are the things you cherish most, is spending time with the people that, spending time with the ones that you love. That is really the most precious thing and the most valuable thing that I think exists when you talk about time and spending time with your loved ones. So Dawn, I hope you really do have a wonderful time there with your father. But I have never seen retail traders succeed at the rate that they're succeeding at now. And I'll just show you. Let me just ask, how many people right now, I'll show you real quick. If you guys are members of True Trading Group, if you are a member, and you're making money, you're becoming better traders because of True Trading Group and the platform you guys are a part of, I want you to go ahead and type the number 1 in chat right now. So anyone that's on this live stream, if you're not a member of True Trading Group or you're not involved, I want you to pay very close attention to how many people you see type the number 1. Because every single one of these people are members of the True Trading Group platform, and they are using the True Trading Group tools that are available to them that give them an edge over other retail traders. Pay very close attention to the amount of people that type the number 1. Because TTG is a fintech platform that's not just a chat room with trade alerts and moderators. Yes, myself, 8 other professional traders, we trade live in front of you every day. We share our screens. We tell you where our orders are, where we're getting in, where we're getting out. We spoon feed you the trade alerts if that's what you guys are looking for. But that's not all True Trading Group is about. We are all about building a terminal for retail traders with tools, data, analytics that can rival what a Bloomberg terminal does for professionals. We want the True Trading Group terminal or the TTG platform to help retail traders make better decisions, to help retail traders become more successful. And you can see by all the people that are typing number 1 in chat right now on the YouTube chat, these are members of TTG that are no different from you. These are people that, have 82% of our members have a full-time job. So if they can do this, there's no reason why you can't, right? A lot of our members, these are not people that have hundreds of thousands of dollars in their trading accounts. Some of them do. We have, 7-figure accounts at True Trading Group. We have 6-figure accounts at True Trading Group. We have 5-figure accounts at True Trading Group. We have 4. We also have 3-figure accounts at True Trading Group. We have members in True Trading Group that started with less than $1,000 in their account. And let me see that one more time. Actually, members of True Trading Group that are on this live stream. If you started with less than $1,000 in your account, when you guys became a member and now you're making money, do me a favor and just comment. How much money did you start with when you joined TTG? Reaper Trade says, thanks to True Trading Group, I paid for my sister and kids to fly down and back for Christmas. Wow. That's amazing. That's one of the best. That's the best gift you ever could have did, man. You paid for your sister and kids to fly down to spend the holidays together. That's amazing. Stuff like that's what I'm talking about. It kind of seems like that's like the theme. Kind of seems like that's like the theme of the day. I kind of feel like that's the theme of the day. That's amazing. It really, really is amazing. So congrats on that, man. That's beautiful. That really is beautiful. But this is what makes this stuff possible. This is what I'm telling you. If you are still making excuses for yourself, the technology exists now where with the help of AI, and don't forget, like I said to you guys before, True Trading Group, we received the 2024 Benzinga FinTech Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. Okay, so you're talking about a fintech platform that has a partnership with the Nasdaq, with Benzinga, with Unusual Whales, with OpenAI that makes all of this possible. We build out all of these tools with data from our partners and the AI capabilities through OpenAI and everything else. And it's provided us the chance to create the technology on this platform that has allowed our members to have an edge over other retail traders. They truly do. There's no other way about it. From using our AI to come up with a watch list of the stocks that you should be paying attention to, rather than feeling like you're always kind of running around like a chicken with no head, and you always feel like you're never in the right stocks that are moving. You always get caught in the duds. From all the way from building that watch list and identifying which stocks are in play and where you should be focused based on your trading style and your risk tolerance, all the way through running our trading plan to give you through our AI to give you entry, stop loss, profit targets, position sizing, conviction level, confidence level on different levels and targets and everything else. So there really is no reason why you guys can't do this anymore. $500 3 years ago, I pay all my bills every month and have paid off my student loan thanks to TTG. There you go. Look at. I want you to notice real quick, honestly, if you're not a member, I want you to notice that what the people that are typing in chat right now, I want you to notice the things they're saying. They're not saying, hey, Mike, I just bought a $20,000 Rolex for Christmas. They're not saying, hey, Mike, I just bought my wife a Lamborghini for Christmas. You're not seeing someone say, hey, Mike, I just bought my first private jet, right? Listen, I love nice things. I love all of those things that we're talking about, but look at, this is real. This is real. People that are paying off student loans, people that are paying their bills, people that are going to the Caribbean to spend time with their family on the holidays, people that are paying for their sister and their kids to fly down to spend time with their family for the holidays. Just started learning today. Wow, 440 Phoenix, welcome. Welcome to the True Trading Group, welcome to the True Trading Group YouTube stream, man. I love that. You just started learning today. I absolutely love that. I really do. I love that. And I would tell you this, you're starting from a fresh, clean slate. That means you've got no bad habits that are created. Stick around, become part of True Trading Group, become part of the family, and you're going to be in really good hands. You already saw how many members are telling you that they're making money with True Trading Group, and that's really what this is all about. That's why we do this, right? We don't do this just for, we don't do it for fun. It is fun, but we don't do it for fun. We do it to make money. That's why we're here, right? That's why we're here. We are here to make money. So if there's anyone that's out there that still has the excuses that, oh, no, I don't have time. I'm busy with work. I don't have enough money. Listen, real quick, type the letters TTG if you're on this live stream right now and you're not a member. If you're not, I have a two-part question for you guys. Type the letters TTG if you're not a member. Do that first. Let me see how many people we have on here that are not part of the True Trading Group family. Thanks to TTG and the Holy Grail, I'll buy my house in a year. Arthur, that's amazing. Yeah, the Holy Grail tool is the latest tool that we put out here at True Trading Group. It actually will generate complete, total, detailed trading plans for our users. This way, you guys. So, okay, good. Here we go. We got Ben. We got Benji. We got Desi Trading. We've got Frankie. How are you? We got Tom Blaze. What's up? Nice. All right. So we got a few people that are not members of the TTG fam. What's up, guys? Everyone that's typing letters TTG. Let me ask you. Almost my year anniversary. Can't even begin to describe how much you can learn. Birdie Bull, I can't believe. Wow, it's almost your 1 year anniversary. That year went fast, man. That year really went fast. That year really went fast. So let me ask the people that are typing TTG, do you feel like you don't have enough time, don't have enough money, or, do you guys feel that a little bit? Like, do you feel like you can't do this because maybe you're too busy with work, or you feel like you just haven't been able to, maybe you've been trying it and you just feel like you really just can't grasp it, or you're just not having the success that you wanted? Like, do you guys feel like you have those excuses? It's okay. This is why we build out the tools that we have available here at True Trading Group, so that you guys don't have to worry about all this stuff. I'm always out of time. Yo, Rhino, what's up, man? Merry Christmas, brother. Happy holidays to you and the fam. I'm always out of time running my business. Yeah, Rhino is a small business owner himself, so he totally gets it when it comes to time. Make it work when I can. Exactly. Trade when you can, not when you necessarily want. Yeah, I can show you guys real quick. I can show you just how much this is just simplified for you. I think that might be helpful, actually. Yeah, let me just show you guys real quick. I'll show you real quick this. I'll show you guys real quick the Holy Grail tool. All right. I'll pull it up. Yeah, give me 2 minutes and I can log in. I can pull it up, or we can pull it up here on the back end. I can show you guys. Coming up on 5 years with True Trading Group, best decision ever. You know what? Let me ask real quick, guys. Do me a favor, because since we are coming up to the end of the year, if you guys are on the live stream and you are a member, how many years have you been a member of True Trading Group? Sound off. Let's see. Sound off, guys. Sound off. How many years have you been a member of True Trading Group? Those of you that are members. If you're not a member, obviously, you're not. This question is for members real quick. I'm just curious, because now that people are talking about their anniversaries. 3 years, 5 years, 5 years, 5 years. Wow. 3 years. 4 years, 2 years, 3.5, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 2, 4, 5 years. Do we have any 6 years in here? Let me see. We have anyone 6? Let me see. 4, 3, 4, 5, 5 plus 5, almost 5, 4.5, 6. There's 6. Jimbo comes out taking the lead. Jimbo, 6 years. Flow Me, 4. Archstone, 5. Wow, a lot of 5 years here. 8 months for Bull City Cocktails. 8 months. I like that. Hope you're enjoying your time with us. 5, 3 or 4 years. Wow, man. Wow, that's amazing. That is amazing. 4 years, about to be 5. Russ, only 3 months. Russ, you're still a baby. You're still a baby with us, Russ. Welcome to the family, though, man. Hope you've been enjoying your first 3 months. Oh, you're Wade Emerson. Okay, so Bull City Cocktails members in chat, his username is Wade Emerson. So you guys will know. We know Wade Emerson in chat. He's pretty vocal in chat. Awesome. Wow, look, still have more people saying 5 years, 5 years. That also, I think, is a testament. Those of you that are not members, I think that's also a testament, obviously, to the quality of True Trading Group and the success that our members have. You got to think about it. If you joined a trading community, or you joined the platform that is like True Trading Group, if you weren't making any money, if you weren't having any success, would you still be there 5 years later? Would you still be paying for a membership for 5 years, or even worse or crazier, rather? Would you become a lifetime member of the community? We have a lifetime membership at True Trading Group. It's going to cost you a few $1,000s, but it well worth it, obviously, with all the benefits that it comes with. There's a lot of extra things that you guys get as a lifetime member. But you're not going to do that. You're not going to make that investment if you're not making any money with us, right? I mean, that's a fair assumption. I would say. So when you see this many members that are telling you guys, that how long they've been here for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, I think that also is a testament to the quality of the platform and the success that our members have. So, yeah, let me see here, guys, because I can show you real quick. Like some of you that are not members, I can just show you, and then we're going to get into we'll get into my watch list still. I have a list of the stocks I'm looking at for this week, but I want to show you how easy we have made the trade process for members at True Trading Group. There's probably a lot of people here. How many people here, quick show of hands, type the number 2 if you feel like you know what you're looking at, and more often than not, when you think a stock's going to go up or you think a stock's going to go down, more often than not, you're right, but you still can't make money from it. And maybe your emotions get in the way or lack of confidence gets in the way. Type the number 2, and this goes for everybody. Members, non-members, I want you to type the number 2 if you feel like your ideas are right more often than not, but you still can't make money. Type the number 2 if this is you. Member or non-member, I don't care. I want to know if you're right more often than you're not with your idea, but you still can't make money from it. Type the number 2. Or maybe that's something that you used to struggle from or you currently are struggling with. Look, okay, a lot of people, right? Look at that. Now, the reason why that most likely is, okay, the reason that most likely is because you're trading with emotion and you're not being robotic. And you don't necessarily know, okay, I think this stock's going to go up, but where should I get in? Where should I get out if I'm wrong? Where should I get out if I'm right? You don't necessarily have a really clear, detailed plan, and you don't have confidence in the idea you have. So you might say, I think this stock's going to go higher, but you don't believe yourself. Your confidence level, if I gave you a 1 to 100% confidence, your confidence is probably 25, 35% because you just don't trust what your own analysis. What we've done, okay, is create a tool with our AI, with our entire platform that completely takes that out of the equation. We've created a multi-agent system that is trained on everything it is that we do here at True Trading Group, where you have a technical agent that analyzes candlesticks, chart patterns, support and resistance levels, indicators, volume, VWAP, everything else. That's its only job is to analyze the technicals. Then you have a separate agent. Its only job is to analyze macro, news, market regime. Are the markets up? Are the markets down? Relative strength, relative weakness. Is there news on this individual stock? Is there news on this sector? Is there news on the market? Is there economic data? That's its only job is to analyze the macro picture. Then you have a wild card agent. That's your risk control. Its only job is to monitor and control risk. That's the agent that's going to say, "Oh, you're in a swing trade on AMD. Well, don't forget, NVIDIA has earnings after the bell, so you might want to check that position because that's a catalyst that could affect AMD, right? Or, oh, you're in a day trade. Well, don't forget, the Fed comes out with their rate decision at 2:00, so you might want to adjust that position before 2:00. That's its only job. Those 3 agents work independently, but also simultaneously to generate a report that gets fed to agent number 4, which is the supervisor agent or the head trader. That agent then decides, do we want to be long or do we want to be short this particular stock, option contract, futures contract, crypto, whatever it is that you're asking for. And it will then generate a detailed, specific trading plan with entry, stop loss, profit targets, position size, and confidence level. So each agent will give you its confidence score. You'll get one confidence score from the head trader agent, the supervisor agent, but you also get confidence readings from the individual technical, macro, and wildcard agent. So you're going to know how confident are we in this trading plan. Is it 80 or 85% confidence, or is it 55, 60? If it's 55, 60, maybe just don't take the trade. But if you get a 75, 80, 85% confidence score, you go ahead and you take that trade. You don't know where to get in? Don't worry about it. This is going to tell you entry points. You don't know where to put your stop loss? Don't worry about it. This is going to give you the stop loss. You don't know where to take profit? Don't worry about it. This is going to give you the profit targets. It removes the issues that traders have. So let me show you real quick. What you're looking at right now on this screen, okay, is the Holy Grail tool at True Trading Group. This is our newest, okay? This is our newest tool that we've just released about 3 weeks ago, okay? About 3 weeks ago, okay? You can do whatever the hell you want. You can do a stock or an ETF. You can do an option contract. You could do a futures contract. You can do crypto. You can do a scalp, a day trade, a swing trade, or a long-term investment. You just decide. So for this, let's do a day trade on the SPY, and we'll keep it on stock. And then so what you guys do is you can also put in your account size, and you can put in your risk percentage. These are the defaults. The default account size is 25K. The default risk is 2%. But you change that, right? Whatever your account size is, whatever you're comfortable risking on the trade, you just put those inputs in, and then you select a day trade, swing trade, scalp, investment, whatever it is that you're looking to do. So let's just say for tomorrow, we want to know what do we want to do with the SPY. So we're going to select the SPY. We're going to do a day trade. And now we're going to click run analysis. That's it. That's all you need to do. Okay. That is all you need to do. Now you sit back, you wait anywhere from 60 to 90 seconds for the AI agents to do their job, and then they will generate a report for you. Now, I will tell you as we're sitting here, I like to go after trades that have a confidence score that is a minimum of 70%. Okay. A minimum of 70%. So if I get a confidence read of 55%, use your trade, I won't take. It's also incredibly important that you read the report that it generates and you see how confident the individual agents are. You want to make sure none of the agents are conflicting. One agent says, that markets are risk off, meaning markets are going down, but the technical agent's telling you that, hey, this is a really good long setup. That would be a lower probability trade setup because you'd be fighting the overall market trend. So you want to make sure you read the report. Now it's also 9:18 p.m. The stock market's closed. You can run this at any point. You can trade futures with this. You can trade crypto with this, anything. So when this report is generated, it's going to tell you, hey, the markets are closed. Okay. It'll tell you, hey, okay, look at the top. You go look at the top. It says market closed, right? Markets are closed for the weekend. Opens Monday, 9:30. Okay. And if you guys then scroll to the right, it says this is a trade plan for tomorrow, right? This plan is for the next trading session. And it comes back with a 60% SPY short. Now, what did I just get done telling you? I like the confidence read on the head trader agent to be 70% or higher for me to go ahead and take that trade. I would suggest you don't just run the Holy Grail tool at 9:18 p.m. Eastern and then take that exact trade the following morning at 9:30. Run it again in the morning. Okay, run it again in the morning. See what happens overnight. See what the news is. See what happens with the Asian markets. See what happens with the overnight futures. See what news comes out. Run the analysis again before the market opens. Then after the market opens, run the tool again. And if you keep getting the same report generated with high confidence, then go ahead and execute and take that trade. Okay, so you can see here, and it will give you very clear direction and give you triggers. Trigger for the trade would be wait for the price to bounce up to 690, 690.30 on Monday's open, and then short a rejection or failure of that area. It's giving you a half size with a stop loss at 691.5. Your target is 689.25 or 689.5. That's your first target. The technical alignment, it gives you an explanation of the technical alignment and why it's suggesting a potential day trade to the downside on a rejection off that level. And then now you guys can, as you scroll down, you can see the different agents. So your technical agent comes back with a 65% confidence on the short. It gives you the reasonings, factor 1, factor 2, factor 3, talks about support and resistance, talks about price structure, talks about VWAP, talks about MACD and RSI and some bunch of different indicators. Then you have the macro agent, which is a neutral, again, 60% confidence score. And then you have the wildcard agent, which is only coming back with moderate risk, which is good. We like low risk. We like moderate risk. The high risk stuff you got to be a little bit careful of. Adjust position size down when that thing is reporting back with high risk. Okay. And then as we scroll down just a little bit further, you guys can see entry zone, right? It gives you the ideal entry. And then it gives you the entry zone because, entry zones are how we trade here at True Trading Group. It's never exactly one specific price point, but an area where we want to get ourselves into a position. It gives you the action of short. As you continue to scroll over, it gives you the trigger of what you want to do. Wait for the price to get to here, then watch the rejection, then take the short off of that. And then it tells you your exit plan. It will tell you, Well, first, entry reasoning. Okay. It gives you the reasoning for the entry. Then it gives you a position size suggestion based on the account size and risk percentage that you entered previously. And then it gives you the exit strategy, right? Your exit strategy is going to be your stop loss. And we can just scroll down just a little bit, guys, on the screen. Yep, there we go. So exit strategy, stop loss, target 1. Scroll to the right, target 2. And then it says close the trade out by around 3:45 p.m. because it's a day trade, so you're not going to hold it into the close. And 350 are the mocks, and that's when things can get a little volatile into the close, and that's why I suggest closed out there by 3:45. Okay? So this is a report generated by the Holy Grail tool that a lot of members at your trading group are using with incredible success. Incredible success. This is what the trading plan looks like. So this takes away all of the things that you guys think is a weakness for yourself, which is you don't necessarily know where to get in. You don't necessarily know where to get out. You don't necessarily have an idea of how confident you are in the analysis that you think you're looking at. That all goes away with this tool. The biggest issue that people have with this tool is knowing which ticker symbol to put in. What do you want to trade? Do you want to trade the SPY? Do you want to trade Tesla? Do you want to trade AMD? Do you want to trade NVIDIA? Do you want to trade Boeing, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Carvana? Do you want to trade Bitcoin or Ethereum? Want to trade Coinbase or MicroStrategy, OKLO or SMR? What is it that you want to trade? What should you be focusing on? That's the biggest issue. Your issue is no longer what should I do? Where should I get in? Should I go long? Should I go short? It's what should I trade? Type the number 1 if you guys want to see something cool. Even if you're a member of True Trading Group, this is going to be the first time that you guys are going to see this. We have an update. Type the number 1 if you want to see something cool. If enough people type the number 1, I'll show you something new. I will show you something new. But only if enough people type the number 1. All right, we got a lot of people typing the number 1. Okay, perfect. Let me show you guys something new. Something cool and something new. Did you guys just see that? Let's make sure that everybody sees that. Here is your trade commander. Find a trade or run a trade. You will now be able to look for a trade idea before you actually run the Holy Grail to get a trading plan. You will go to your risk profile. Do you want a conservative trade, a moderate trade, or an aggressive trade? That is the first thing you are going to need to select. Then what sector do you want to trade? Would you like to search all sectors? Would you like just technology, healthcare, finance, energy? What price stock are you looking for? A price of a stock that's under $20, between 20 and $50, 50 and 100, or a stock over $100. What are you looking for? Would you like a stock with high volume, medium volume, or low volume? Are you looking for a bullish momentum, bearish momentum, or something that is neutral? And then you are going to click Find Stocks. You're going to sit back. You're going to just kick your feet up on your desk. And you're going to wait for True Trading Group's AI to tell you which stocks are the best, considering the criteria that you just entered. What are the best stocks that you should plug into that Holy Grail to get a trading plan? Now you can see the web of opportunity, is what I call it, as it breaks down for you the different ticker symbols of the stocks that meet and fit your criteria. Then you guys can go ahead and say, okay, these are the stocks that I want to be focusing on for today. These are the stocks that meet the criteria that I had just plugged in. And now you know exactly which ticker symbols to put into the Holy Grail tool to get a trading plan. You no longer have to wonder, am I putting the right ticker symbol into the Holy Grail tool? Okay, Bank of America. Bank of America fits your NVIDIA. NVIDIA reaches your aggressive risk profile with its high volatility and explosive growth in AI semiconductors, where NVIDIA dominates as the GPU market leading, fueling data centers and gaming despite today's 1.7% dip. It shows strong bullish momentum from recent multi-month surges and trades on exceptionally high volume, over $100 price point. This aligns with your criteria for momentum-driven plays across tech sectors. So every time you scroll over a ticker symbol, it's going to give you a reasoning of why this ticker symbol is suggested as one that you should trade. Each one gives you a reasoning of why this stock fits your criteria. Now you can go ahead and take that. You just click that. Look, it's already loaded. So now Tesla's already loaded, and you click Run Analysis, and now you get a trading plan generated for Tesla specifically. We are removing all of your excuses. Do you see that this True Trading Group is a fintech platform, guys? We are not just a chat room with mods and courses and trade alerts. It is a fintech platform that gives retail traders tools, resources, data, and analytics that can help them make better decisions, that can help them increase their consistency and their success. One more time, in case you missed it before, how many people type the number 1 if you guys are making money with True Trading Group? If you are making money becoming a better trader because of TTG, type the number 1 in chat right now. Anyone else that's on this live stream that is skeptical, anyone else that is not a member, I want you to pay very close attention to how many people you're about to see tell you that they're having success and making money with this platform. And as much as I would love to pound my chest and sit up here on this YouTube channel and tell you the reason they're all making money is because I am just the greatest trader this world has ever seen, that is not the case. The reason that this many people are telling you that they're making money, they're having success with True Trading Group, the reason why we have a member retention rate that is into the mid 70s. You saw how many people said they've been a member for 6, 5, 4, 3 years. The reason for that is because we provide retail traders with tools and resources that allow them to make money, period. And then there's your trading plan on Tesla. Now you know, where do I get in? Where do I put my stop loss? Where are my profit targets? You can't tell me that there's not a single person on this YouTube stream that can't do exactly what I just showed you. Type the number 1 if you like charts. I'm going to show you something else. Type the number 1 if you like charts. Type the number 1 if you like charts. Got something else up my sleeve for you. You can transfer the Holy Grail results onto our AI charting software. Would you guys like to see that? Sure you do it. Let's do it. Let's go ahead. Let's take the Holy Grail run. Let's transfer it over to the AI charts. So our charting software, okay, that you guys have here, this is our AI charts that is completely integrated with our AI that you can communicate with throughout. That is completely real-time data that provides you with support, resistance, chart patterns, candlestick patterns, and can guide you through your trade step by step throughout the entire process. So you guys can now go through, find the ticker symbol, right? These aren't screenshots, no tricks. You don't have to take a screenshot of a chart and then paste it into a thing, and then it's going to tell you what it sees. Here you go. So now here's your trading plan. Here it is on the AI charts. There's your trading plan. There's your entry, your stop loss, and your profit targets. There it is, plotted right there on the chart for you. And there's the AI gives you the complete summary. And now you can communicate with the AI now throughout your trade in real time. So like as the markets are moving and if you're just monitoring your trade and you can type to the AI, you can ask it questions, ask it what it thinks. Should you move target? Should you keep your stop loss where it is? Hey, the markets are moving higher. Does this still look like a good short? You can do whatever you want. You can break it up to a 4-chart layout, 2-chart layout. So now you have the trading plan you just generated from the Holy Grail. Now you've got it over there on the charts. Now you guys are starting to see, if you're not a member, you're starting to see what makes TTG. Now you're starting to get a feel for why so many of our members are having success. So here's what we can do. Okay. Let's go on over to the dash. Let's go on over to the dash. Here's your dashboard at True Trading Group. This is everything else that you guys get. There's our chat room. There's our courses. Here's all of our educational content, all of our course material. It's video and it's also in text. You can follow along, and track your progress. You can also talk to the AI on our dashboard to help you guys find anything that you're looking for. Our AI is integrated into our entire site. You have all the other tools that are available there. There's all your courses. There's a chat room. There's TTG Social, which is our social media platform for all of our members. Our news. Here's Mari. There's the AI chat. So you can communicate with the AI. That's the chat UI phase. So you guys can do a lot of your research. You can do whatever you guys want to do there. Yeah, knick-knack, it does, right? It looks real nice. And our AI is all customized to you, the individual user. So each of you, the more you communicate with the AI, the more it will know about you, the more it will factor in your preferences, your trading style, your risk profile, your account size, your strengths, your weaknesses. So here you guys can see here, what do you know about me was what Adam just typed. Adam's my business partner and co-founder of True Trading. We just typed this in. You guys can see these are all memories that it has of him. And it factors and considers all of these things into the responses and the feedback that it provides. So all these tools are completely customized to you, the individual user. Right? So this is True Trading Group, guys. Now you're starting to see why, like I said, it's a fintech platform. It's not just a chat room. Yes, we have a chat room. Yes, the moderators and I trade in front of you live. Yes, we share our screen. We talk on the mic. We answer questions. We send out trade alerts. But we also have all of this stuff too. This is why we have members that have been here for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. This is why so many people are telling that they're making money. So here's what I'm going to do here right now. I still have to give you guys my trade ideas for this week that I used, obviously, the AI, the trade finder, the Holy Grail tool to come up with a lot of these trading plans that I'm going to share with you guys. Those of you that are not members of True Trading Group, okay? There was a bunch of you that were typing earlier that said you're not a member. Do yourselves a favor now and go to ttgoffer.com. Go to ttgoffer.com. Okay? Everything that you see on that page is going to be included in your year membership to True Trading Group. Okay? Everything that you see on that page is going to be included in your membership to True Trading Group, including a double your money back guarantee. We stand behind this platform that we've created. We stand behind the tools that we've created. We stand behind the success of our members, and we will offer those of you that join a double your money back guarantee. You just have to complete the courses, log into chat at least 50 times throughout the year, or log into the platform rather 50 times throughout the year. You got to execute real trades with real money. And if you do not make back the membership cost, we are not just going to give you back what you've paid. We're going to give you back double. Your membership to join now is $497. We will not give you, if you are unable to make $497 back at least once, we will give you back $994. That is how confident we are in the platform that we have created. Our refund rate at True Trading Group is less than 2.5%. That's why we have no problem offering a double your money back guarantee. We put our money where our mouth is, and this is how we prove it. This is how we do that, and that's how we prove it to you. Everything you see listed on that page is included, as well as 30 Holy Grail runs, that tool that I just showed you that can generate the trading plans for you. You guys are going to get a bonus with an upgraded AI tier and 30 different Holy Grail runs when you guys join True Trading Group. Everything you see on that page is included. Mari, the trading co-pilot, our chat room, all the real market data, all of our charting tools, the educational library with our courses, the global trading community, 10,000 members from 115 different countries, our social media platform, the mobile app. It all starts immediately for $497 for the year. Go to ttgoffer.com right now and lock your spot in. If you have any questions, I want you to send a text message right now to 1-888-621-2127. Again, guys, that phone number is 1-888-621-2127. If you have any questions, any concerns, you need help at the checkout, anything at all, do not hesitate to send us a text to 1-888-621-2127. Again, guys, that is ttgoffer.com. I'm leaving this here for the Christmas sale. It is going to move up to $790, or rather the New Year's sale. It is going to go up to $797. You can grab it now for $497. Okay, you can grab it now for $497. How does it work with options? So GMS, you would literally just select options, and instead of it giving you, like, it'll give you the option contract for you to get into. You just have to select options. So I ran it when I ran SPY and Tesla. I did it for the stock. You would just select in the drop down options. So on that drop down, there's stock, ETF, options, futures, crypto. You would just select options. And is the professor still teaching? Of course. Yes, of course, the professor is still teaching. Yes. The professor, it's Jason Simmons, one of our moderators at True Trading Group. So again, guys, ttgoffer.com. You guys can go there now. Everything on that page is included. You got the W money back guarantee. Text us with any questions. 1-888-621-2127. Yes, of course it provides an exit strategy. So GMAS, it gives you your entry, your stop loss, and it gives you 2 profit targets for where you should be getting out of your position. Anytime, man. Yeah, GMAS, anytime. My pleasure. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of the tool. The whole point of the tool is that it removes the weaknesses that a lot of retail traders have, which is they're not confident in their analysis. Well, this gives you a confidence score, gives you a confidence reading. So if it comes back 55 or 60% confident, that's not that high. If it comes back 75, 80, 85, that's very high confidence. Right? That's very high confidence. It tells you where to have your stop loss, tells you where to have your profit targets. So it removes a lot of the things that a lot of people have a hard time with. Right? So again, ttgoffer.com. Text us with any questions, 1-888-621-2127. All right. All right, folks. Let's take things on over to the charts. Let's get back into the trade ideas that we have here for the week. I already went over with you my thoughts here on the overall market. We will take a look and see what the market looks like tomorrow morning. We are still just kind of flirting around 69.75, 69.76 on futures. We're down 0.05% right now, which is basically we're flat. If in case you missed it earlier, my thoughts on the overall market, the SPY, I'm looking for 689, 688 to be support on pullbacks, and look for us to continue to push back up into the low to mid 690s here this week and get a little bit of a low volume floating type of continuation to the Santa Claus Rally that kicked off there last week. Those are my thoughts for the overall markets. All right. All right. Individual stocks that we've got. I have been very bullish on financials. JP Morgan is my largest financial position in my long-term portfolio, but I like it actually for a trade too. If we take a look here at JP Morgan had a nice double top here at its previous all-time high, and you broke through that last week. I am looking for these mid 320s. I'm looking for these mid 320s to be support. Okay, so any type of a pullback, I'm looking for us to move higher. Okay, I'm looking for something that looks like this 9 EMA. We're going to look at this 9 EMA to cross over and find support around 325, 326. Okay, so we're looking for support around 325-ish. Try to catch that trade line and then continue to push to the upside. So we're going to look for pullbacks on JP Morgan into the mid 320s. And we're going to look for a push back to the upside there on JP Morgan. I'm also still very bullish on Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo has recently made a new all-time high, just like JP Morgan. We actually bought Wells Fargo back in April. We got Wells Fargo around 61 or so, or 60 and a half. Stock now trading 95. That's in the long-term portfolio. But let's talk about how we're going to make money out of here this week. You have a nice level here back against 94. I like this 94 level. 94 is this previous pivot top that you see here. It's also this 9 EMA, has been beautiful support, tons of momentum on the stock, right? You can see this 9 EMA is really holding support. That 9 EMA is working away right up here to 94. So we are going to look for Wells Fargo to get into this 94 and then bounce. Okay, we're looking for that Wells Fargo to get into that 94 and then bounce. Okay. I killed it with a simply play on XLF for Mike's financial trade ideas. I love it. Yeah, XLF, that's the ETF. Beautiful. Beautiful job, Dawn. Now, here's another trade idea that I have this week that might sound crazy to some people. I'm gonna give you a disclosure. This is going to be an incredibly risky trade, and what comes out of my mouth next might sound insane, but I think I'm going to short silver this week. Silver is experiencing a massive short squeeze and had a runaway gap type of play on Friday, and it gapped and squeezed even higher over the weekend. But I think it is getting to the point where this is an exhaustion type move, and it feels like we've gotten parabolic. Friday's move was such a squeeze move. You need to look at the ATR of the SLV. That's the average range of SLV. Okay, the average range is maybe $1. Maybe $1. This thing went from, if you include the gap, it went from 65 to 72. That is such a blow off top that was then followed by a gap up above 80 on silver, not SLV. SLV is not tracking the actual price of silver, but you had a gap up. You actually got to above $80 an ounce. This is after we were already, silver was up 10, 11% on Friday. It gapped up another 8% or so today. I'm looking at that price action, and I think that this is blow off top, exhaustion gap type moves, and I think we're about to get a pullback. If you are not an experienced trader, I don't recommend you take this trade with me. It is a risky trade. I call these type of trades hero trades because they're so obviously fighting the trend, but you're essentially trying to pick a top or pick a bottom, which is a very difficult thing to do. I don't recommend that people do that often. You shouldn't build your entire trading strategy around picking tops and bottoms, but there's very specific price action that I look for when a squeeze move is coming to an end in the near term. I'm not saying it's coming to an end in, forever, but in the near term, when a squeeze move gets overdone and gets exhausted, that price action I have seen now in silver Friday and then in futures markets here today. I've seen that type of price action, and I feel confident enough about the technicals to say I think we might be a little exhausted with this move, and I think there could be a play here to the downside. So I'm going to be looking for that. I'll be talking to my members about it live as I work my way through those trades. But that's going to be a high risk, high reward trade. Okay. Yes. Even with that. Yes. So that's a thing, Reaper trades, right? Even with China restricting silver exports starting the 1st, why do you think this silver is making this move? Right? Why do you think silver is making this move? It's squeezing on the back of that. It's squeezing on the back of that already. So it becomes like a buy the rumor, sell the news type of thing with China restricting silver on the 1st, right? So I think that from a technical standpoint, listen, I'm just going by what I see on the chart, and what I see on the chart is a potential exhaustion move. So again, this is going to be a very high risk trade. Don't at me, and if the trade doesn't work out, I'm telling you now, this is a high risk trade, but I like what I've seen. Okay, so that's silver. Now let's move over to Bitcoin. I'm still cautious here on Bitcoin about, there possibly being some more downside. And I think that, listen, put it this way, as long as Bitcoin's underneath 94,000, I'm bearish. If Bitcoin gets above 94K, I kind of lose that bearishness. But I could easily see Bitcoin try to get back into the low 90s, okay, and then fail. and then just roll it over. And I do think that this is kind of something that we might see. You might see Bitcoin like try to have like a big rally day, and everyone's like, oh man, Bitcoin's ripping. And then all of a sudden it just kind of gives it back. And everyone's like, oh wait, oh crap. And then boom, the rally ends up being a bull trap. You bull trap it right into like 92K or so, and then just roll it back down to 88. And then then there it is, go short. Right. Then there it is, go short, and then just roll and then look for the rollover. So because part of the reason is because I still think that Bitcoin goes back into the mid 70s and retest this prior breakout and this prior range. I could be wrong about it. I don't have a position short. But if I see Bitcoin pop into the low 90s and then fade back into the high 80s, you guys are most likely going to see me put a short position on and look for us to drop into the 70s. Okay. So that's Bitcoin. You can use IBIT to do that. IBIT, you can look for like $52 to pop into the 51, 52, and then drop back to 49, take the short back down into 44. So you can use IBIT if you want to do that too. Okay. Keeping it going. I want to look at Roku this week. Yeah. I want to look at Roku this week. Roku had a real nice resistance level around like 108 or so. And if we go back to 2022, it was a real nice resistance level for us. And it was resistance for us in the end of 2023. And then it was resistance here. And then we had this one day at the end of October, we tried to break through it, but then it failed. And you can see it was still resistance. But then now for like 2.5 weeks, we've been above this level. And now we're starting to build structure underneath it. And we're now creating a little bit of a support zone. We have a little resistance level here, kind of a pivot point resistance mark or a breakout point around like 113. And if we break above 113, I think you could see a little bit of a move. Like, I'm not going to take the trade at 111, 112. It's kind of like if it breaks 113, I think you can extend a little bit. So we'll try to be patient. I really don't want to see it get underneath 111 or so, 110.5. But if we can get through 113, I think with this 9 EMA working its way higher, and now we've been able to build some structure here above 108, I think that the next move is to the upside. And I'm looking for Roku up into the 1 teens. All right. So we're going to look for Roku there also for the long. HUD 8. HUD 8 had a key level here around 47. We broke through it last week, and then big red candle there on Friday. I just think that you get a bounce off of 47. So I'm looking for like 47, 48 long and look for it to bounce back to like 50. Okay, we're looking for that there on HUD 8. And then lastly, IBM. IBM had double top all-time high resistance. You broke through it, pulled back. Now that area has been holding support. You overshot it there in November, but you really been building some good structure here. 50-day moving average coming into play. And I think we have a nice breakout point right here around 307. 306, 307. Okay, I think this is like a nice little pivot point for us. And this is a little bit of a slower mover, but just looking for something that looks like that on IBM. Okay, so we get through 306, 307. Let's see if we can get to like 312, 314. All right, and that's it, folks. That's how I'm going to start off my week. That's the plan that I have as the stocks I'm going to be looking at. We will run the Holy Grail tool tomorrow morning and see what the Holy Grail is coming back with for these trades. And that's really it. Okay. So I hope you guys feel better prepared now for the week. Again, it is a short holiday week. We're going to make these days count. We got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, full trading days. Markets are closed on Thursday. Okay. And then we're also trading again on Friday. All right. So, folks, again, ttgoffer.com. If you are not a member, everything on that page is included for the entire year. You do get a double your money back guarantee when you join. If you have any questions, text us. Don't hesitate. 1-888-621-2127. And that wraps up, guys, our final Sunday night live stream of 2025. There have been a lot of really great ones this year. I think my favorite Sunday night live stream of this year was the April 6th. It was the April 6th live stream. Let me see. What day? April. Yep. It was the April 6th live stream. That was my favorite Sunday night live stream of the year, was the live stream on April 6th. If you have not watched my April 6th Sunday night live stream, do yourself a favor. When you've got a little extra time, go check it out. It's my favorite one. So, but that is all. Have a wonderful rest of your night, folks. I'll see you guys all tomorrow, my TT fam. Those of you that are not yet members, ttgoffer.com. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, show some love.